Hi, welcome to 3D Leisure at Home and me, Gail. Thank you for joining me for Fitness Pilates today. So just going to do half an hour working on core strength and working on a little bit of strengthening width for your back and a little bit of a stretch. All you need is a mat and a little bit of space and a drink, and that is it. So work within your means, any injuries, work around it, give you variations for each exercise, and hopefully just enjoy this with me today. So standing, feet hip width apart, nice and grounded, and we want to be breathing in, guys, through the nose and out through the mouth throughout if you can, so no holding the breath. And here we go, breathing in, reach the arms up, nice long tall spine, and breathing out, taking the arms down. So nice big long spine, tall head, crown of the head lifting up to the ceiling as you breathe in and lift. And reaching out to the side, dropping the head, allowing the neck to stretch as the fingertips lengthen. So nice long stretch. Breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. So we're just going to take the arms up, one on in breath and the other one on out breath. So we go in breath and out. Nice flat back, tilt the hips. So we have a long spine, breathing throughout. And we're going to sit back, lifting two arms together. So we want to again not have this arch, so we want to kind of tuck in and push back, sit into the heels as you breathe in and lengthen. And breathing out, coming back. So you feel your legs being active here on your sit. And breathing out and coming up. And big in breath. And breathing out. So we're just going to warm up the ankles. I want you to just come up onto the toes as you reach both arms up. So just breathing in, lifting up onto the toes. Weight through all of the toes. Don't allow the weight to go out to the outside of the foot, so you don't want the ankle turning out. We breathe in and we breathe out. One more time. Breathing in and breathing out. So I'm just going to stand back a little bit, allow myself space to lean down. Just going to do a foot behind onto your toe. Nice long spine. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you can either reach and just hold this stretch, or you can take the fingers down to the mat and lift that leg up behind. Hold that stretch, and nice and slowly control as you come back up. So take a deep breath in, lift the ribs, breathing out, hold and stretch, lift that leg, breathe naturally. You can have a slight bend in the supporting leg, and nice and slowly bring that back up. So we're going to change legs onto the toe behind. Again, lifting. You can stay just with this and breathe naturally if you prefer, or on your out breath, you can take it down, nice and slow to the mat. Lift, hold, and allow that neck to stretch. Breathe naturally and try and control your lifting back up. So again, take a deep breath in, lift, breathe out, sink down, lift that leg, hold, breathe naturally, and then nice and slowly control as you come back up. Well done. It's quite difficult to hold you but keep your balance. So we're gonna just take it into a little lunge. So I want you to just lift up and sink down. And then as we breathe out, we turn round. So we breathe in, we sink down. We breathe out, we come up. We breathe in, we turn, we sink down. We breathe out. Breathe in, allow the knees to push out, and breathe out. Breathe in, reach, and breathe out. So in breath, reach, out breath, and in breath, sink down, and bring it back. So we're going to just turn round onto our lunge. We're going to sink down into leg at 90 here. And then we're going to challenge ourselves a little bit. So we're going to try and lift onto the toe at the front and breathe out and take it down. Breathe in onto the toe at the front and breathe out, down. So we're going to hold onto this toe if you can. Do an O with arms. And as we breathe in, we're going to do a gentle twist and breathe out and come back. If it's too difficult, keep that foot flat. So we breathe in, we twist and come back. One more time, guys. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back up. Give me 2 or 3. Let's go for 3. Sinking down. In breath and out. In breath and out. One more. In breath. Happy Friday. Legs burning. Woo, and out. So you're going to swivel around to the other side. Get your balance. If you lose your balance, take your leg out a little bit wider. Optional to come onto toe at the front. So we sink down. So you can either hold this position, and we're going to reach up to onto toe. In breath and out. We flatten. In breath and out, pushing through all the toes. Weight even. And next time we come up, I'm going to take O arms up, and on in breath, gentle twist. Out breath, come back. So this foot can be flat if you wish at the front, or can be challenging onto the toe and back. Well done, guys. Lot of ankle stabilizing going on there, so it is quite difficult. So I'm going to just adjust my camera because I'm going to be down on the mat mainly, so hopefully you can see that. Okay, so let's just take it down to roll down. So rolling down, coming down, allowing the chest to come down onto the legs to open up the spine. Relax. Couple of breaths, allowing the chest to expand onto the legs on your in breath through the nose. And out breath, sink down. In breath and out breath. And from there we're going to just walk it out into our downward dog and push. You can have bent legs here, pushing the chest down and come up onto toes and push opposite foot and hand down into the mat and breathe naturally here as you push. Breathing in, coming up onto the toes. Breathing out, pushing down opposite hand and foot. Feeling the stretch right down the back of the leg, the arms coming up. And just do one breath, out breath, push down. In breath onto toes. Out breath, opposite hand and foot. In breath onto toes. Out breath, push. In breath, toes. And out breath. And then we're just going to bring it down down, we're going to bend the legs. So bending the legs, pushing the chest down, and then we're going to lift one leg behind, keep that bent leg at the front. So we're just going to pulse lift this little back leg, hold and then circle outwards and bring that foot down, bring your knees down and sit back into your child pose. Reach the hands out to the front, elbows drawing into centre, head on the mat. You can have a cushion underneath the head if it doesn't come down. Again, breathing in, chest expanding, breathing out, sinking down, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, so we're going to come up and just repeat that on the other side. So just bend your toes down, lift your bottom, sink down, bent legs, lift the other leg up, keep your bent leg to the front and pulse lift. So pushing down the chest, lifting that back leg and then circle, little circles, lifting the leg as high as possible and then bring that leg down, bring it onto fours and we'll do our cat dog stretch. So we want to take a deep breath in through the nose, out breath, arching up, getting into that lift, breathing in, sinking down, bottom lifting, get the arch, you can bend the elbow slightly if you prefer, head can push back if there's pain, free, and if there's any neck pain you keep the head forward, breathing out, lifting, breathing in, lift, breathing out, really start to feel this stretch onto the spine, breathing in and coming up onto the knees and arms out to the front. One sec. Oh, I've got sniffles going on today. Okay guys, so hips are forward. If you've been on before, you know this one. Arms are forward. Nice long stretch of the fingers, chin is up, and we breathe out and we lean back. We push the hips out to the front. Not doing too many today. In breath up, out breath, sink back, push forward, flatten that tummy. In breath up, staying back, push the hips forward. Arms stretching, hold. If you need a rest, come up, come back in, or don't lean back as low. The hips are pushing forward, legs are active, quads are burning. Keep stretching, keep holding, doing good. Yay. And come up, yes, well done. So just going to come onto the side. Going to have one leg out, hip and toe and knee in line together. Arms out, take a deep breath in, and then on out breath we're going to come down and lift that leg. In breath, leg down, out breath, leg lift, high enough that you feel that you're working into the outer thigh and the waist. So we just breathe out and in, breathe out and in, breathe out and in. So really lift and lower. So really lift. We're going to hold up the next one. Hold up, pulse lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze. Tummy in, guys. Keep lifting. You want this leg to tire and tingle with effort. Yes, and bring it down. Okay, from there I'm going to take it into a plank. So I want to bring into full arm plank. If you can't do that, you can just stay in a stretch, stretching above the head, or leg and arm lift. So I'm taking the two legs. So I want to take my front leg back to the behind the bottom leg. Bring the hands forward, turn the body side on, and we're going to drop down. And then we're going to push up as if it's like a little downward dog, all the way up today, guys. Breathing in, breathing out, push. So this knee can still be on the floor, and you can still do this one with one knee on the ground. So we push, so it's like a little corkscrew. You come down and you push up, come down, and then we're going to stay with smaller pushes, not rotating as much, just pushing it up on out breath, in breath down, out breath. If you're on your knee, it's the same, just push in, keep going, doing so good. Not as easy as it looks. And bring that back up onto the knees, and other leg out. Again, in line, arms up, get that nice long stretch. And we'll come down with a hand on out breath, lift the leg, in breath, leg down, and arm to ceiling, breathe out and in. So lift so that you can feel this outer thigh working hard. Out breath, feel it into your waist, nice and controlled, high as you can go on your lift. Breathing out on the lift. And last one. Okay, so we're going to take this into our side plank. If you want to keep your knee down, keep your knee down. We're taking the front leg to be behind the bottom leg. So that's your start position. You bring it forward with the hands, move the other hand back a bit, and then we do our little corkscrew one. So we breathe in, we bring the hip down, we breathe out, we push up. So it's like a downward dog, one leg, top leg behind the other leg. Breathe in, breathe out, lift that tailbone, guys. Breathe in, you're twisting, pushing up, and then we're going to stay smaller ones. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out, pushing the hip up. In breath, and again, this can be done knee on the floor. Make it a little bit easier. If it's too difficult, work within your means. Last one, and push. Well done. Okay, we're going to come on to our sit bones for the next one, and we're going to just we do a roll down and up first. Get a little bit of mobilization into your spine. So legs bent is your easier option. Legs out straight is your harder. So we'll take it first of all, guys, into a lean back of a flat back today. So we're leaning back, arms are forward. Lift the chest so you have your flat back. And then we're just going back slightly with our flat back position, and we're holding that position. So on our next out breath, we are going to arch. We're going to roll the hips up so you start to see the change from the hips, and then we arch the back and we roll down bone by bone, nice and slow. Don't slump at the top. Take it up, stretch above your head. Next out breath, bring it up into your flat back, chest lifted, ribs up. Sink back into your flat back, hold this position. Breathe. Next out breath, Roll your hips up, start to arch, take it down bone by bone. Nice and slow, push the small of the back into the mat. And next in breath, bring it up, flatten, lean back into your flat back and hold. And arch and roll, bring it down nice and slow. Stretch, coming back up on in breath and fold forward on your out breath. Let your head hang. You can move your sit bones back one by one if you want to ease over to come down a little bit lower. Allow the head to drop. You want to feel the stretch down the spine, back of the neck. Couple of breaths here, arms wherever comfortable. And we are going to come back up. Okay, so we're going to lean back again. Bent legs will be easier and straight legs will be harder. So I just want you to have like O sort of shape to the arms. So we're just going to take a deep breath in. We're going to sink back to the flat back, chest lifting, holding. So if you have straight legs, you can do that. And then we're going to just reach round on an in breath, twist to the side with that O, out breath, back to centre. In breath, twist, out breath, in breath, twist, take that O back, leaning back is harder, breathing out, in, breathing out, tummy really draw down, breathing in, reach back, breathing out, breathing in, and out, and in, and out. Last time, breathing in and out. Well done. Give it a little stretch, lift the chest up on in breath, out breath, sink back, drop the head. In breath, lift, squeeze the shoulders away from the ears, create space. Out breath, chin coming down to chest, neck stretching back and spine. In breath, stretch back and out breath. Well done. So we're just going to roll over and we're going to come in to our, oh no we won't, we'll come into our fours position. So we want to be on fours and we want to draw the tummy up, so a nice flat back, neutral spine, and then we want to lengthen opposite arm and leg, guys. So just lift that opposite arm and leg. Get the stretch on. And then I want you to just take the arm and the foot away from the body. And in breath, coming back to centre. So out breath, out. Body stays centre. Just the arm and the leg pushes out. In breath, back. Out breath, push. In breath. And out. And change sides. So the head is just like an extension of your spine. Hold the stretch first. Oh, just a little crack of my knee there. Bones creaking. Next out breath. And in. Breathing out. And in. Tummy up. Keep this flat back. Keep nice and tight on that belly button, tummy. Belly button pulling up to your spine. Breathing out. And in. So good. Out and in. Well done. Now we'll come down onto the elbows. We're going to do elbow plank. So again, you want the elbows directly underneath your shoulders. You want to stand back one foot, then stand back the other one without the scrotum up. You want to sink down with the bottom, tummy up, heels pushing away, and head extension of your spine, looking forward and down. And we can ride forward onto toes and back through heels, forward onto toes, back through heels, or you can just stay in the knee plank. If it's too difficult, just draw the tummy up and then have a little rest. Arms out straight in front, feet slightly wider than hip width apart, and we want to pretend we're pulling back the mat towards your waist. So it's like just drawing arms back, head forward, shoulders away from the ears, and just work here just to push the shoulders back. Keep breathing naturally. If it's too much, come down, just hold, and we're going to take the hands out, so taking the hands slightly wider, and we're going to just push, get a nice stretch onto the abs, get the back to work and strengthen, and breathe. And from there, we're just going to push back, sit back into your child pose, stretch forward, couple of breaths here. And then we're going to come back up onto our sit bones, and we're going to finish with a little balance one. So we want to take the legs underneath the calves, or if you're coming down and you're holding around your feet, it'll be more difficult. So we're going to lift into tabletop, and if that's enough for you, you can just stay with this. We're going to try and straighten the legs up, and the chest lifts up. So we're going to breathe in. You can just stay bent legs if you wish. Breathe out, push up. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Lift the chest, lift the chin. So nice and controlled. And then we're going to hold and we're going to press out. Lift the chest on out breath, in breath back. Breathe out and in. Breathe out and in. Stay out. Hold the chest up, or you can have bent legs like we started at the beginning. Keep that hold. Lift. And then bring the legs in. So we're going to take it into stretch. We want to roll down. Arms out, aeroplane arms. Drop your knees to one side. Look away from your knees. Hand on to press if you wish a bigger stretch. Knees higher up, a bigger stretch. If you want to stretch down, outer thigh, ITB band. Lift that leg, bring it down onto the mat. Breathe, get used to the stretch. And if you want to add on, lift, grab your toe and sink back down. So you have a stretch on the quad on one, stretch on the outer thigh on the other. Breathing nice and slow. Let the legs come back to bent legs, bring them back up. Drop the legs the other side, look away, keep the shoulder down, press. That's your first to increase. Knees up to increase a little bit more. And if you want to stretch, so give yourself a bit of space here. Take your foot, take your straight leg, Take it down to the floor. Breathe through this. Nice and slow, don't hold your breath. Come up. Squeeze, you don't have to do any of these, you can just stay with the bent legs, drop to one side. Breathe through it. Oh, so good. Ollie is snoring now. He's been sleeping throughout on the sofa, being a good little boy. Squeezing, couple of hugs. Bring your knees up, drop the knees out to the side and breathe out and push down. Breathe in, hold. Apologise, I took you a tiny bit over your time. Enjoying so much there, lost track of time. Okay, cross these legs, let's stretch. Breathe out, drop the head forward. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, push. Take that to the back. Breathe in, push away from your back. Hold. And then next out breath, lift. And keep your chest and chin up. Shoulders away from the ears, the arms lifting behind. Head resting to one side, drop it. And push the palm or fingers into the mat to get your neck and up to the top of the shoulder stretch. Change, push. And well done today, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Although it's nice and controlled, it's still challenging. And good to stretch the body. Thank you so much for joining me today. Go on to have a fabulous weekend. I'll be back next Thursday now for FBX. As I said, have a good weekend. Any comments, guys, put them up. I'll get back to you. Really appreciate you coming on and working out with me. So have a good weekend and enjoy.